Hey, it's Pastor Stephen at FBC Watsonville, and light is something that we take for granted every day. Every morning, the sun rises. At night, a simple flick of the switch, and light turns on everywhere we go. We even have flashlights built into our phones. It's something that we have access all the time. I want to talk to you and show you something about light today. But in order to do that, we have to head to the deepest, the darkest part of the church. So come with me. Let's go. So we made it down to the furnace room. As you can see behind me, we've got some furnaces. We come down here because in this room, there's no windows, and we can turn off the lights, and it gets pretty stinking dark. Let's see. All right, so it is pretty stinking dark in here. You cannot see your hand in front of the face. That is how dark it is in here. I'm going to turn the light back on, and I want to show you something. I brought with me a lantern. There we go, lantern. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this lantern on. And lights on. In this room, with the main light on, it's not very bright. You do not see any noticeable difference in the room with this light on or with it off. But let's turn this light off and see what we get. Light off, light on. Hey, this light wasn't really bright, but when we take into consideration how insignificant it was with the main light on, but when we turn that one off, you can see at least well enough that you aren't going to trip. I know the camera doesn't really do it justice in here. I can put this light in some different spots. So, let's see, let's find a spot. We have this shelf. I'm going to stick this light back here on the shelf. That way. And not super helpful. We have this bin here with lights, old light bulbs. We'll stick that in here. Not very helpful. It doesn't allow us to really see. You can kind of see the bin, but you can't really see anything else in the room. Let's put it over here. We have this box that's kind of standing up. I'm going to set it on top of the box. And then if you look around, hey, you can see me. Light's kind of important. We need light to be able to see. Here, I'm going to actually go turn this light on back over here. There we go. All right, we need light to be able to see. It helps us get around without bumping into things. It allows us to do things quickly and efficiently. Yeah, if I told you blind yourself, go down the hallway, get to the kitchen, and find something to eat, you could probably do that blindfolded. It would take you a little while. You might stub your toe along the way, but light makes it quick and efficient because it lets us see. It reveals. And Jesus says the same thing in Luke chapter 8, verse 16. He says, no one puts out a lamp and covers it or sticks it under a bed. No, they put it on a stand so that everyone who comes in can see by it. We understand this. We want to put a light so that it's useful. When things are dark, it's easy to hide. We like to play a game, Murder in the Dark. Things hide in the dark, the light reveals. And what God tells us is at some point in time, all the things that are dark are going to be made light. And the furnace just took off. Let's jump back to my office and we'll finish up there. All right, I made it back. In Luke 8:17, Jesus tells us that everything that is hidden is going to be made known. It's easy to find someone playing murder in the dark when the lights are on. Everything that we think that we can hide, hold on to, and not let other people know, Jesus says that that's going to be revealed. Why? Because Jesus is the light of the world. And then he ends in verse 18, this parable with a warning. It tells us, if you hear, be sure to hear. Think about that. If you hear, be sure to hear. It's this idea of not just one in one ear and out the other, but to actually listen and to do. And he warns us, he says that for those that have much, they're going to have more. Those who don't have anything, what they think they have is going to be taken away. So we ask, well, what does that mean? It means that we need to listen and obey Jesus' words. It means that we expand his kingdom and not our own. That we shine that same type of love and forgiveness that Jesus has for us for others. That's what it means. This is so important right now. Fear is this tangible thing. It's clouding everything. This coronavirus has people scared. But we have the light. We have seen the light. We know the light. We know Jesus. And so we can shine and share that same love and hope and forgiveness to others. And so my challenge for you, knowing that we are the light of the world, just as Jesus shines in the darkness like we saw down in that dark room, that light can make a big difference. I want you to contact 3 people. 3 people that you know who you may not regularly text or contact with. And so give them a text. Check, how are you doing? What are you doing to keep busy during this time? Have some normal conversations. Check in with them. If you have an idea of someone else in our youth group and you need their contact information, let me know. I'll be able to get that to you. But that's our challenge, is to be able to show that love, to shine that love, that light that Jesus is in us to other people. Because we can bring hope and peace to the world that is clouded in darkness and in fear. So that's it. Show love because we are loved.